Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Kyle Regan and come to another video review. And today, finally, after months of searching, I will be reviewing the Target exclusive WWE Royal Rumble Elite Collection Bobby Lashley. That's right, finally, after months of searching, my local Target has finally stocked these Elite figures, which I'm very excited to finally have some of these. So, first up, we're going to take a look at Bobby Lashley. I did pick up 2 figures from the set so far, but I will be reviewing the entire set at some point. So let's kick it off with Bobby Lashley, one of my most anticipated ones, and you'll find out why later on. Anyways, as always, take a look at the packaging first. There's at the bottom, Elite Collection, Bobby Lashley. At the top, True Effects. It doesn't say a series number this time because this is a standalone series. Royal Rumble, picture of Bobby Lashley right there. Elite Collection. On the side, we have Bobby Lashley from that era that he's based on, which is 2007. His bio and stats, you can pause right there if you want to read. And his bio, which is about the match this figure's based on, you can pause right there if you want to read. And then the other figures in the set, we got Macho Man Randy Savage, The Rock, which I'm really excited about, Bobby Lashley, and of course, Lita. The Macho Man, I'm definitely going to get him because I really want to get that figure. The Rock, I picked him up along with Bobby Lashley. And Lita, I'm not too sure if I'm going to get her or not because I have the Elite Series 41, but it is a pretty decent figure, so I'll probably pick her up. And when I went to Target, as I'm recording this video, they had 2 of each figure, so I picked up 1 Lashley and one Rock, and I will be getting the other 2 at some point. So, well, definitely Macho Man. I'm not sure about Lita, but we'll see. Anyways, that's about it for the packaging, so let's open up Bobby Lashley and see what we got. We'll be right back. All right, so here we have Bobby Lashley. Open up the package. Now, this figure is fantastic. I'm very impressed with it. I've been wanting a figure of Bobby Lashley from this era for a long time, because pretty much ever since he came back to the WWE a couple years ago, because this is the era of Bobby Lashley I remember when I was growing up, when I used to watch him, and this is the era I wanted to have for my display. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw my display, where I'm making a display of all the wrestlers from my childhood and putting them on the shelf, and of course, I have to have Bobby Lashley from that era, so I'm glad they finally made it. Anyways, let's take a look. First up, his accessories. He comes with a pair of interchangeable hands. The standard mic holding hands, as My Damn Toys calls them. Or just these standard gripping hands for a microphone, championship belt, whatever. And of course, he also has the pointing hands for his entrance pose. Or at least back then. He doesn't do it anymore, unfortunately. Of course, he comes with the ECW World Championship, which I do have a problem with with how they packaged it. Because they package it around his waist, and the plastic bubble like squishes the waist. So therefore, when I close it, this happens. You see the plate comes out. So I had to like push that in. I don't know, maybe like I'll take a, I don't know, like a hairdryer or something like that and try to fix it. So personally, I think they should have done what they did with The Rock, and that was either have him hold it in the box like this or just put it in the corner somewhere instead of having it around his waist. Because I hate it when they do that with the figures. And the strap is actually very stiff as compared to the other ECW title I have that came with Terry Funk. I mean, it's still the same material, but it's not like as stiff. As you see, it's still flexible. This one's like really, really stiff. And also the color on them is different. Like here's the one that came with Bobby Lashley. Here's the one that came with Terry Funk. I see this one's a little bit way darker, which I think is actually more accurate. So I'm glad that they gave us a more accurate ECW title. It's not bad. So this definitely brings back memories seeing this belt. It's awesome. And of course, he also comes with his headband, which is the exact same one that came with the Elite 69 Bobby Lashley. This is pretty much just a repaint of the Elite Series 69. Well, in terms of the figure itself, aside from the accessories. So it does come with the same headband accessory. See, here's the Elite 69. As you see, it's the exact same headband. There's no difference. So if you need one of these, there you go. Now on to Lashley himself. This figure's pretty good. Head scan is exactly the same as the Elite Series 69. I'm glad with that. It's a pretty decent head scan. At least it looks like him. Hopefully we get different head scans at some point because I would like to see him, you know, kind of that blank expression he had during his entrance, like whenever he was a heel back in those days. First, black elbow pads, black wrist tape. And his trunks are basically plain in the front, but also have his symbol on the back, which I'm glad he still uses that symbol to this very day. However, he did add a little bit more detail to it over the years, but this is how it looks back in 2007, so I'm glad they did that. Standard black knee pads and black boots. I think the skin tone is a tad bit too dark, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's just the lighting. I don't know. It just looks a tad bit too dark to me. I don't know. It looks really bright on camera, but in person, it's pretty dark. It looks pretty much the same as the Elite 69. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's just me. I'll have to rewatch some matches from this era. Because I think he was a little bit more paler back then. Okay, so great. Anyways, a little comparison. Here he is with the Elite Series 69. As you see, they're pretty much the same figure. So the only difference is, of course, the wrist tape's a little different. The front of the trunks is a little different. This one with this one they extend down to right above his quads, whereas this one they're just trunks. And they have the same symbol in the back, but as you see with the Elite 69, there's a little bit more detail on it because he updated his logo over the years. But aside from that, there's not too much difference. So like I said, you know, if you can only pick one, you'll just pick your poison. But either way, if you're a Lashley fan like me, get both figures. Because there's nothing too much different. Like, you're not missing out on much if you don't have the Elite 69. Like, if you have this one, you don't have the Elite 69, there's nothing that you're really missing out on from the Elite 69 aside from the accessories and with it being updated. And articulation, pretty much what you'd expect. Head can rotate 360. Can't look down, unfortunately. You can kind of look up. Arms will rotate 360. You go in and out. Rotate at the bicep, at the elbow, rotate the wrist, and hinge. But mine's a little stiff. Half crunch moves about that far forward and that far back. Swivel waist. Legs can go forward about that far, which is excellent. Back to the original position. Then go in and out. Rotate at the thigh. Oh, this one's a little loose. Maybe I can tighten that up. Double jointed knee. Swivel at the boot. And hinge. This is an older boot mold, so this one's not like really, really stiff like the newer Elites. There's the hinge and then the ankle pivot. So overall, great figure. Now, there was one thing I wanted to mention about the box. I love how they actually have the countdown in the background, which is pretty cool. And also, great attention to detail about Mattel, because up here it says from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Because that's where he was billed as being from. Like, whenever they would announce him back in those days, back in 07, like his first run in WWE, that's where he was billed from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Whereas nowadays, in 2020, he's billed as being from Denver, Colorado. So great attention to detail that they actually did that on the back of the box. Anyways, so great figure. Anyways, let's see how awesome he looks. He looks on my display shelf. So let's see. Stay tuned. All right, so there he is. There's Bobby Lashley on my shelf display. Looks pretty sick. So another addition to my growing collection display from my childhood. Man, the nostalgia flowing through this. I can't wait to add more characters. There's still a few characters I'm missing, and hopefully I'll get those in the future. And also, message me on social media. What do you think of this display so far? I think it looks pretty dope. I will be replacing some of the basics with Elites at some point. But anyways, we'll see where it goes. So overall, this is an excellent Bobby Lashley figure. Mattel pretty much took what Bobby Lashley looked like from that era, from back in the day, and just brought it to life with this figure. It pretty much succeeded in almost every expectation I have. I don't really have any complaints about the figure itself, aside from maybe the skin tone looks a tad bit too dark in my opinion, and also the belt. Like I said, just the way they position it in the box, like they wrap it around his waist, and of course the plastic shell, you know, squishes his ribs, so therefore it warps it to the point where when you wrap it around his waist, the plate comes out, as you saw in my video. So, other than that, it's a great figure. So, it's near perfect. Like I said, if they would have fixed that with the belt, this figure would have been pretty much perfect. The skin tone I can easily get past because they usually mess it up anyway. So, I'm going to give this figure I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. So, like I said, it's a great figure. So, if you are a Bobby Lashley fan or a fan of the late 2000s Ruthless Aggression era, definitely pick this figure up if you can find it at your local Target or possibly get it online for a good price. So definitely a recommended figure. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check those out. Links are down below. And also stay tuned for more videos. I upload new reviews every single Saturday, so make sure you hit that notification bell. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Bye.